Despite all video evidence, 16-year-old Mekayla Bali was not found, and the reasons for her disappearance remains a mystery till this day. Mekayla was described as a shy and an introverted teen. The evening before her disappearance, she seemed distressed. Mekayla was raised by her mother. She connected with some people online through an anonymous app called Kick. Mekayla always talked about wanting to move to a bigger city, specifically Saskatoon and Regina. The day prior to her disappearance, Mekayla seemed anxious and worried. She asked a friend for a ride to the bank the following morning, but that friend refused. Mekayla disappeared on April 12, 2016. Her mother said nothing was out of the ordinary that morning. Mekayla checked into the school's Wi-Fi at 8:08 a.m. She was seen by the school's surveillance system and left the building through a back entrance by 8:26 a.m. An interesting piece of information I came across. Mekayla always attended school with a handbag, but on the day of her disappearance, she was caught on CCTV with a backpack. She walked to the nearest bank and arrived before it had opened. When it opened, she withdrew $55 from her account and headed to a shop to sell a silver ring. The shop owner recalled Mekayla and said the ring had little value and he didn't buy it from her. He also noted that she was quiet and didn't seem in distress. Around 9 a.m., she entered a Tim Hortons and sat there for a while on her phone. She was likely at Tim's to use the Wi-Fi. She sat there for 13 minutes, repeatedly glancing at the entrance behind her. She could be seen reassembling her phone and then walking out of the restaurant, but then coming back in and walking and taking another exit. She left and surveillance captures her walking around, walking through parking lots and various stores, and at one point she has her phone to her ears and is talking on the phone. None of the calls Mekayla made that day were registered. She re-entered the same Tim Hortons at 9:55 a.m. She messaged a friend, "Hey, I need help." But 20 minutes later, right before she left, she messaged that friend again and said, "Never mind, I figured it out." Mekayla left Tim Hortons while on a call, but immediately returned. While in the coffee shop, Mekayla asked an old lady to help her book a hotel room, but she refused to help. Finally, Mekayla left the coffee shop during a call. One hour later, she returned to school at lunch and talked with some friends. She told them she is going to take a bus to Regina. Less than 5 minutes, Mekayla left the school. Her friends said that she made a habit of making friends online, using social media platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. In the days prior to her disappearance, she had mentioned a friend was coming to meet her. All they know about this person was that his name was Christopher. Mekayla was seen at a bus station, asking an employee when was the bus leaving, and he answered her saying 5 p.m. She didn't end up buying a ticket. Instead, she went to a restaurant and bought a meal for herself. Unfortunately, from that point onwards, she wasn't caught on CCTV. Her grandmother arrived at the school to take her to a violin lesson. When she didn't come out, Mekayla's mother was called. Mekayla didn't take many belongings with her. Prior to Mekayla's disappearance, some people she had been communicating with online were tracked down. Still, none of them were in the area at the time of her disappearance. A message she has been sent on Snapchat became opened, something that it could be a Snapchat glitch. Some agree that it was Mekayla herself. According to CBC News, Mekayla had 2 Instagram accounts. One which she uses it to communicate with friends and upload pictures, and the other one where she had hundreds of followers but 0 posts, with a bio that said goodbye. 2 months prior to her disappearance, she posted a picture with a caption that said that she was looking for Snapchat friends because she had none in real life. Not all of social media data has been recovered, but with the data the police had, they looked into and investigated the people she was communicating with. One of the people the police investigated was Christopher. It was concluded that he had nothing to do with Mekayla's disappearance. All he provided for the police was that Mekayla suffered from self-harm a few years back, and back then he helped people who struggled and encouraged them to fight self-harm and to look towards God. Another person who was investigated was Rick Bree, who claims that he is Mekayla's father. Police concluded that there are no evidence that he is her father because of the negative DNA tests, but he still seems convinced as he posts on social media about Mekayla, referring to her as his daughter. There has been 2 possible sightings of Mekayla, but it isn't confirmed. So, what I think might have happened, Mekayla could have been in contact with a person online and they decided to meet. This person may have had bad intentions, for example, selling Mekayla, but they could have told her otherwise. Maybe Mekayla opened up to this person about her self-harm and mental state or any problems she has been facing. This person may have seemed approachable and suggested that they could help her start over, and she was hopeless to the point where she would do anything to get out of her mental state and to be happy again. This person wanted to confuse the public and the police by having Mekayla go to a number of places with CCTV and suddenly disappear into thin air. This is just my theory. So, this is the end of the video. Sorry for not uploading for the past 2 months. I've been busy with school. I hope you enjoyed and thank you so much for watching. Bye!